Hey you, welcome in. It is your girl, Miss Gen X. Join our crew, click the thumbs up button, and subscribe to the Gen X headquarters where we laugh, connect, and react through life's BS. Nothing surprises me anymore. And also to my supporters and my friends, thank you for leaving a comment below. I see you and I appreciate you. That's where the fun really is, so keep the comments rolling. Let's get into it.
I'm excited and I feel relaxed and I'm ready to party!
What time is it?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock? Wait, what happened to 8 and 7 and all the other?
We don't ever lose time on our vacations, do we? We never forget what time it is. Definitely not, because we're having so much fun.
Oh shit, we out here. We gotta go.
He said, we gotta go. He was so spooked. That one guy was waiting for him to come to the window. That would scare the crap out of me, too.
One thing about me, I've been nosy my whole life. I'm going to keep being nosy. You can never stop me from being nosy.
Well, I would be nosy, too, if I saw an ambulance. Like, what is going on over there? Yeah.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4. We've got millions of free child place holidays available, with 22 kilograms of baggage included. Book now with Jet2 Holidays. Package holidays you can trust. National Protection.
Make way for the superstitious guy, but honestly, that does look scary because you don't know. You just never know, but it would be a freak accident, obviously. But there recently was a water slide that broke on a cruise ship recently, and that was not good. Here is this travel story time, so let's see what this lady has to say.
I didn't realize I was in danger until I was already checked in. So we check in, and on the surface, you know, everything looks good until we start going downstairs to hang out with friends and have a couple of drinks. And I already knew what I wanted. I said, oh yeah, I'm gonna drink a lemon drop, right? I like lemon drops. Lemon drops can be strong, but lemon drops tell you a lot about the bar that you're patronizing. So I sit there and I drink the first lemon drop. You know, it's vacation. I'm sipping it. And already I'm feeling a little loopy while drinking, in the process of drinking the first lemon drop. But it's vacation. So I'm paying attention, but I'm not paying attention. So I order a second lemon drop. All right, now I'm sipping and I'm getting loopy. I know I'm loopy, right? I am loopy poo. Now, I hadn't even finished the second drink. And out of nowhere, the waiter brings a third drink that I did not even order. So I say, listen, this ain't gonna work for me. I tell my husband, I'm going upstairs to the room. I'm tired. I'm already tipsy. I'll see you everybody in the morning. I had to fight for my life to get upstairs to that hotel. And when I say fight for my life, I remember falling up against walls. You know, I remember like really struggling to get to that room. But I got there. So I got in the room. I remember this. I didn't even have enough strength to take a shower. I didn't have enough strength for that. I did take a shower. Now that I think about it, no. I did take a shower when I got to the room. And I was leaning upside the wall in the shower. When I was in the shower, just barely making it, but I made it, right? Okay, fine. Fast forward, I get into bed. I pass out. I know I passed out. I literally just was like, ugh, and I passed out. I'm awakened a couple of hours later by some friends in our room. They had brought my husband to the room. I just assumed he had a really great time drinking on the trip, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together. So in the middle of the night, I woke up. Husband's still on the floor in the other room. He's struggling. I'm struggling in the other room. The next day I wake up, though, I'm feeling better. I got a little bit of a hangover, but I'm feeling a little better. But my husband, though, bruh was down for days sick. But as I was out and about for the next day or two while my husband was recouping, I saw more and more people in wheelchairs. More and more open up an elevator. It's just vomit on the floor of the elevator. These are not normal behavior. And you know what I figured out? That hotel was spiking those drinks. I say all this to say be careful this travel season. Be very, very, very careful, because all of these places that you patronize are not what they appear to be. And the cherry on top, when I was sitting in the room one night, my husband was there, but he was in the bed recouping. I had the lock on the door. One of the people in the hotel tried to get into our room, but they didn't realize I was in there. I got a feeling that hotel was spiking those drinks so that they could rob people blind. Be careful out here while you're vacationing this summer. Be careful.
Well, hopefully that's never happened to you. That's a horror story. It's never happened to me while I've been out traveling. However, I have been watching news lately in my area where at different bars it's been happening more and more often to people. It was on the news and I saw it on some TikTok, so that's scary.
Did you guys see the video about the woman who took down an entire United Airlines flight with her bowels? And she exposed herself on TikTok, calling herself Patient Zero. Yep, this is next level travel drama. Flying back from Portugal to Indianapolis, she had food poisoning so bad she never left the lavatory. Projectile vomiting into a bag and, redecorating the walls and the commode with colors nobody ordered. The smell? Passengers said it was like walking into a porta potty at Coachella in midsummer. Crew called in a full hazmat team. The next flight, canceled. Game over. Everybody off. They wheel her off as if it's an emergency evacuation. Yet hours later, she's at a film premiere. Full glam. Cancel a flight with your colon at 2 p.m. Strike a pose on the red carpet by 7. Moral of the story, forget snowstorms, forget mechanical issues. The real threat to air travel in 2025 is one undercooked burger and a brave little intestine that just couldn't hold the line. I'm still shocked that she's so proud of this. It's all over TikTok.
What the heck was that all about? That is weird.
I'm flying today. You know what I'm not gonna do? When that seatbelt sign goes off, I'm not gonna bum rush the aisle. Why? I'm an adult. I have patience. And I'll see you at the baggage claim.
I do too. Mostly.
Right now, why don't you shut your mouth?
I want to wait for the people in front of me to get up. That's how we do it.
Oh my God, you're all whiny for no reason.
Where you going? Let the people go.
Wow. So you
I hold
get up the way you want to. Okay, your bag is here.
You're just a Karen, and that's just the way it is.
Just deal with it, people. My God. Why don't you all shut up? It's not affecting any of you. No, but you're standing in the You guys are so funny. You're the Karens about it because you're the ones who are making noise. Nobody's bothering you. It's not even if you're. I'm sorry. Do you have my permission to record me?
It's public.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, F-bombs.
Yep. Because you've never said one. I can tell you have. Oh, yes, I can. Given your accent, I can tell you've said the F-bomb.
You can be a jerk. No, you're not going to insult someone because of an accent. We're not doing that.
Don't put your finger at me.
Okay?
This is a low IQ human being.
Yeah, it is.
You ain't going to change this.
I love when they say ain't and they talk about low IQ.
I use AIDS and I'm in a doctoral program. So.
Oh, wow, that's a big deal. I'm a lawyer and I don't say ain't.
You're clearly racist.
Oh my God, what? Do you even know what the word racist means? No, wait, you're white. That's racist. Maybe xenophobic if you're talking about accents. Maybe get the vocabulary right. Right when we get off this plane, I'll meet you out there with my bar card.
After that video goes viral, you'll lose that too.
Sure.
She's sitting there bragging about being an attorney, acting like that in public. How embarrassing. There's something definitely wrong with that woman.
The latest on that Royal Caribbean cruise heading back to New Jersey this morning after getting caught in hurricane force winds.
That ship is expected to return here tomorrow morning so they wouldn't have to endure yet another storm. Some of the first-hand accounts from passengers are really quite terrifying. Take a look at this new video. Rough seas ultimately causing the Royal Caribbean cruise ship to turn around. This morning, the ship is on its way back to New Jersey after hurricane force winds gusting over 100 miles per hour and 30 to 40-foot waves prevented it from making it to its final destination of the Bahamas. Passengers used cell phones to capture scenes that looked like they were right out of the Titanic. Flying furniture and shattered glass as massive waves pounded the anthem of the seas. The captain ordering the 4,500 passengers and 1,600 crew members to stay in their rooms for hours. Royal Caribbean apologized to passengers in a statement Monday, adding, "While the weather was unpleasant, the ship remained seaworthy at all times. We thank the captain and crew for guiding the ship safely back to better weather." The cruise line is promising a full refund to all passengers and a 50% discount for a future cruise.
Well, that was chaotic. Have you ever been on a cruise with the weather that way? I haven't. I've only been on one cruise, but thank goodness there wasn't a hurricane. It was hurricane season. Obviously, you have cruises in the summertime, but yeah, we were lucky we didn't get caught in any type of weather like that, but that would be super scary. Now for our Gen X videos. I have actually a video from 1966 as well. Here we go.
Do you realize that we are the last generation on Earth that knows what life was like before social media? Back then, moments were just moments. Simple, fleeting, and ours alone. We lived them without worrying about angles or likes. A conversation wasn't about notifications. It was about voices, laughter, and silences that didn't feel awkward. There was something raw about that world, a beauty and its imperfection. If you got lost, you asked a stranger for directions, not a screen. If you wanted connection, you knocked on a friend's door.
Welcome back to 1966. Do you remember how life felt?
Saturday mornings meant kids gathered on the floor
watching Captain Kangaroo before heading outside.
Breakfast was bacon, eggs, and a tall glass of milk from glass bottles left on the porch.
On the radio, the Beach Boys and the Mamas and the Papas carried the sound of summer.
Drive-ins weren't just for movies. They were for burgers, milkshakes, and car hops on roller skates. We flipped baseball cards in the dirt and swapped marbles at recess. Our bedrooms glowed with lava lamps, transistor radios, and stacks of comic books.
Telephones hung heavy on the kitchen wall, and everyone could hear your conversation.
At night, families crowded around the TV for Star Trek or Batman, the whole room lit by the screen.
At school, we wrote with pencils sharpened by hand crank sharpeners. No calculators in sight. It was 1966, and the world felt bright, young, and unstoppable.
So on this channel, I do reactions to videos, and YouTube is really picky about music or about using like copyrighted content, movies, video, and just like brands and stuff like that. And so my last video, one of the songs was copyrighted, but it's not restricted or something like that at the moment. But it was a song, an audio somewhere. I guess it was like on one of the Christmas TikToks that I uploaded. It's not even like a song, it's like background music. But anyway, YouTube is so dumb about that. They're so annoying. But yeah, I wanted to tell you guys that unfortunately I won't play a lot of like music on here or anything that has to do with movies. A lot of the content is going to be just straight from content creators with no music and nothing that would be copyrighted.
Okay, so I wish I was born in a time without social media, and here's why. So I feel like as humans, we're not meant to be eternally connected to people forever, if that sort of makes sense. Like, you shouldn't realistically meet someone on a night out, get their Facebook, and just be able to forever, like, follow them and link them and know who they are. Like, I should not be able to go onto a social media site and type in Kelly I was going to say thinking Clarkson, let's just say Kelly Clarkson, a girl from my year 4 PE class, and find out that she's married and got 2 kids. Like, I shouldn't have that kind of access to another person. I just feel like it's really, really bad collectively for all of our mental health, and I feel like that's a big reason why everyone's mental health kind of is on the decline. Because, like, personally, I get so upset if someone that, like, say I met on a night out, or someone from my primary school unfollows me on social media, but realistically, I'm probably not going to see that person again. I was literally a blip in their life story. Like, they shouldn't have to follow my journey just because we linked once on social media. And it's like, the other day I went home with a boy, like, I don't know, a year ago, and I walked past him, and, like, we obviously didn't say anything to each other, and I was just like, why? Like, we didn't even smile, didn't even wave, and I was like, it made me feel really shitty about myself, because, like, we still follow each other on social media. You know, I know what he's doing, I know what he's studying in uni, like, I know that he played, you know, a sport game on the weekend, like, whatever it was. But, like, we shouldn't know that. Like, we shouldn't know that about each other. It's like, it's healthy to have these relationships where, you know, like how our parents would have had all these people that, like, are memories, or even people that they've forgotten. I don't know, I just feel like in the way that, like, we're so connected, it also makes us so disconnected. And, like, I'm sat here being upset that that boy didn't wave to me. Meanwhile, I haven't messaged my actual friends. I'm not talking to my actual, you know, like, I'm not, I don't know. And then, if you want to look even deeper into it, stuff like Tinder, Hinge, like, we just have all these tiny little connections. And it's like, you know, if, you know, a relationship that you have with someone, like a friendship, whatever, ends, you can just go and find a new one. It's like that constant cycle of just being able to replace people because we're so connected. But that makes us more disconnected. It's 8:30 in the morning. I just wish I could, even if I could just trial living in a world without social media. I mean, there's so many good things about it, but I don't know, I just feel like I do wish sometimes it would just all go away.
Do you guys feel like that? I think what she's trying to say is that we're so connected, and there's so much access to people that we can connect with them on social media, but the connections are different because in person you have to physically meet up with them and keep the relationship going and have conversations with them. But online you could just meet people and then they just come and go so quickly because everything is digital, right? So it's like the world moves faster, and so I feel like people do lose control of their reality in the here and now, and who they are as people in the world, and especially the younger generation. We didn't have that growing up, obviously, as Gen X or as boomers, but I totally understand what she means because we grew up without the internet and social media. Okay, now to my last segment. I like to introduce you to some funny pet videos, so here we go. Let's start with the dogs.
Dinner time.
No, you're not getting dinner. You're bad.
I should still get some.
No, you're not getting dinner.
I demand some.
You was bad.
It ain't like you mothers. So you could learn a thing or two from it, like feeding the hungry. Or
That's so cute. The Art Rockstar. He's funny. I love these. He does like a little voiceover.
So this is what I just came home to. This is empty. This was probably more than halfway full. And this, the top is not all the way on. That was more than halfway full. Jack, try to walk. Come on, let's go. It's not funny, but my dog is drunk and I don't know what to do about it. Fuck.
I think her dog is an alcoholic. How does he get to the bottles? She must have given him alcohol before, and he like legit likes it, you know? All right, that's the end of this episode. Same vibe, same crew. See you in the next one. Don't forget the comments. That's where the Gen X crew hangs out and keeps the fun rolling.